go ahead and put some lights in. I'm going to come in and um, and go ahead and open that guy and open up my 3D and let's go ahead and get rid of the section box and turn it to kind of see. And again, I'll sort of maybe spin around it a little bit so I can, not from the bottom. So we can kind of see the lights coming in when we place them. So the first thing I'm going to do is some lights. So to load the lights, you're going to we're going to load some basic recessed lights and then load some mounted lights and maybe a lamp or something like that. And I think that'll be sort of where we'll start. So first let's load the recessed lights. So I'm going to go to the insert and load Autodesk Family, and I'm going to browse to the lighting. And I want a recessed light, so I'm just going to type in recessed and enter, and now it's showing me all of the recessed lighting fixtures. And so if I go to I kind of like the list better. I don't know why, but I like to be able to read kind of the ones that I want. And so we have a recessed lamp, linear LED, and a recessed lamp, round LED. So I'm going to pick the round LED, right? And so if I click on that guy, I'm going to say, okay. Or actually, let's go ahead and maybe we've got do we have a couple? But let's go. We'll load that. And what it's going to do is show me a type catalog. So there are various sizes and types of lights. And so I'm going to get the 4-inch downlight trimmed and maybe the wall washer, right? Click OK. And it's going to load those into my project. All right, so now I can place those. I can go to the architecture tab and go to component, and it will show me the last thing that it loaded, right? And so I have the 4-inch trimmed downlight and the wall wash under the recessed lamp LED round. So these are two different types under the same family. So I'm just going to pick the downlight and activate this guy, and you can see that right now it's giving me can't find appropriate host. Try selecting a different host or face. So the first thing you want to do is kind of look up here, and it's trying to place it on a vertical face. So if I move to the walls, it'll actually place this on the wall itself. So for example, if I come over here and left click, you'll see it place the light on the wall, which is a little weird. But what you want to do is go to place on face. So if you place on face, it'll now find the closest face, right, and place it there. So I'm just going to place a light here, right, a light here, and maybe a light here, and a light here, right? And so now you can see them placing those placing those lights over here, and I'm just going to delete this one in the 3D view because I don't want it on my wall. All right, so now I have those lights placed in that ceiling, and they're hosted to that ceiling, and you can see them being hosted to that ceiling. So the next thing I want to do is kind of arrange them. So let's say that I wanted these lights to be on center with this door. So I can come in here and use my modify and align command to align with the center of that door, that light. And then I can either use the light or the door, and I can actually lock it. So if I move the door, the light will move with it. And then I'll do it again to the center of the door, the light, right? And then I can lock that. So now if I move this door, both of those lights will follow it, right? So if I were to pick this door here and just inch it over, you can see, oh, I have it locked too, but it's actually equally locked in between the two pieces. So the door itself is actually locked as well. So now that those guys are locked to the center of that, now I want to determine how far off the edge of the wall. So to go in and go to architecture, annotate and dimension. So there's a dimension thing, and go to the align. If I come in here and go to the edge of the wall, right, and to the center of that, it'll give me the distance. Now think about maybe how they're gonna set these boxes, because the edge of the door there, the trim won't be there when they set the box. So really what you wanna do is go and get the edge of the core of the wall, because that's what's gonna be there before they put the finish on. So if you go to the edge of the core of the wall and bring that out, and then left click on nothing, and then come in and go to the edge of this wall, that out, it'll want to line them up, and click on nothing. Then you can set these. So I could say I want this to be 4 feet, right? And I want this to be 3 feet from that wall, right? So now it will adjust those guys at 4 feet and 3 feet. Same thing with these. So if I wanted to have these aligned to the center, I could align them to the center. And when I come back, we'll do a little bit more sort of arranging.